Attention please. This uploading is only for educational purpose. No intention to infringe copyrights. Learning English with subtitles. GPITRAL. Follow us.
The arrival of the injured emus caused quite a stir at Robbie Peters' farm.
Right. Entree and main course.
Robbie's a self-confessed bird nut. He's ruled by the birds on his farm, which also doubles as a sanctuary for over 200 birds.
What do you reckon about that? Look at that.
Straight into it.
Success.
The emu's presence has upset the pecking order at this establishment.
Oh, I think that goose wants to nest here. I might get attacked now. They've stolen her house. Yes, you're grumpy. Yeah, I think she wanted to nest in here.
I think she might have already.
Come on, my sweet. You can't. You've lost your house now. Off you go. Come on.
Good luck.
But it's not just the goose that's got its beak out of joint.
Are you wanting to come back into your house, little chocolate? Jeez, I'm sitting on that nest.
But the emu's new neighbours don't seem to bother it.
Normally with emus, their first instinct is to run. And she doesn't appear to be stressed. She seems relaxed. She's not bothered by our presence. So I'm picking she's been brought up in an environment where there's been humans around and been handled, or possibly been an incubated bird. So she would have been brought up by humans, hand-fed. And so she's quite comfortable with everything. She's not worried about eating and drinking. She transported well. Coming here, she wasn't stressed in the van. Ah, look at that. Look at that. You're right, she's got good legs.
0. Good as.
The morning after their rescue, the pumpkin patch kittens are being vet checked at the SPCA.
This one's Pumpkin and the other one's Patch.
Beautiful condition.
It's limited.
Another little pumpkin patcher.
Senior Inspector Bruce Wills is the third SPCA inspector in 24 hours who's been cutting holes in the walls at the Takapuna store.
Yeah, well, they just heard it this morning, squawking in the wall, so another half dozen holes later. Their wall looks sort of like Swiss cheese.
These guys they're all very healthy kittens. You couldn't really ask for more. And they just need to be fostered for a few weeks, till about 8 weeks of age, because they're only about 4 weeks now, give or take a little. And then they'll come back in here and be put in the cattery and be adopted out. And I'm sure they'll go fairly quickly.
You could be forgiven for thinking these cages are part of the SPCA cattery.
Hello, how are you?
In fact, they're at the home of SPCA hospital receptionist Vicky Border. Vicky's agreed to foster the pumpkin patch kittens until they're fat enough to be put up for adoption.
My husband's very tolerant. That used to be an old bookshelf he got from work, and he brought it home for his tools and stuff. And I said that it would be a fantastic cages if he could put some doors on it and stuff for me, and he did.
Vicky has 8 cats and 3 dogs of her own. This part of her house is home to over 30 foster cats in what Vicky's husband once called his tool shed.
Every time he walks in, there's more bloody cats. But I said he can have a shed back in winter. I think that's fair enough. People just don't realise how many stray and wild cats are in Auckland and in New Zealand. They're just thousands and thousands. They're just everywhere.
While she can't save them all, Vicky does what she can to help certain cases that touch her heart.
I wish we could save every single one of them, but it's just not possible.
Didn't you, boy?
Janine has brought her injured dog Lucan to her local vets, where the dog will be treated by a familiar face. By chance, SPCA vet Jodie Selinsky is relieving at Janine's local vet clinic.
Hello.
Hi, Jodie. How are you?
I'm good.
Thanks so much for looking after him.
No problem at all.
Good boy. Is it boy? No, just stay there, darling. Stay there. It's okay.
Yesterday when I got him, he wasn't reactive, okay? Then they said this morning he was. And he moves a little bit on that side. But he should turn and look at me and go, what are you doing?
The lack of response from the dog is not good news.
So we can do more radiographs here than we did yesterday. That's the x-rays. Okay, we really should have done one on his back, but when you have a back injury, you know, and he came in an emergency, we didn't want to throw him on his back and cause him a great deal of pain. Now, we can give him a general anesthetic, then take radiographs on his side and on his back. That way you can see more of what the spine's doing. I would say you should hope for the best but expect the worst, okay? I know. Okay? I just don't want to mislead you. Okay? And I want to do everything for him and for you, but, you know, we have to know that the outcome, you know, and even if you had all the money in the world, it may be such...
I'm a poor student, I don't know how to...
I've been there.
I just want to know for sure that we've done everything we can.
Okay, absolutely. Okay?
For the spinal x-rays, Lucan must go under a general anaesthetic. It's an expensive and dangerous procedure, but Janine is determined to do everything she can to save her dog.
So there's 2 spots in his back that are not in the right place. So basically he's broken his back, and what I can see is probably 2 places. So now we have to try and think of what, you know, what we want to do and what you think is best for him. There is a very, very poor, you know, very poor prognosis.
Yeah. I don't know what to do.
Realistically, Janine has 2 choices. Either spend enormous amounts of money at a specialist hospital with no guaranteed results, or put the dog to sleep.
If you were me, what would you do?
You've done obviously an excellent job. He's had a lovely long life, and it's up to you. Unfortunately, I can answer questions for you, but you know, I can't tell you what to do.
Jody gives Janine some time to think about her decision.
This is the hardest decision I've ever had to make in my life. I just can't put him through that, eh? I can't be selfish about it. Hey, boy.
Eventually, Janine decides euthanasia is the only real option for Lucan.
I can't make her decision for her, but I certainly let her know that, and if it was my dog, that I would be doing the same thing, and I thought she made a really unselfish decision.
Janine is thankful that at least she was there in time to say goodbye to Lucan, her pet of 12 years.
I've had both things happen. I've had 2 animals where I found one and I didn't find one, and I'll tell you, to this day, I look around the corner for my cat, so I think it's really important that she found one.
Well, this is one way of getting out of your bath this weekend, isn't it? Hey?